Dragon Ball Super Broly. Nope. My Hero Academy Heroes Rising. Nope. Nope. Two Venom movies. Hell no. What the? Is that what I think it is? What's this? Get Smart. I've seen this movie for a while now. I've been seeing it since I was like 8 when I rented this back in Blockbuster. Back in Hollywood Video. Hey guys, what's up? Nicolas here, back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing another episode of Big Ass Reviews, a series where I get to review on movies that are just so bad and guilty pleasures of movies to watch, etc. And today, this is going to be the second episode coming up, and today we are going to be talking about the horrors behind Get Smart 2008. A movie based on the action comedy show from the 60s. Yeah, it was based on the action comedy show from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And basically, yeah. Anyway, Warner Brothers had the idea to decide to make this movie, to add up the TV show into a film. And basically, yeah. And I think Mel Brooks did kind of join in to produce this movie. But needless to say, the movie did not do very well with the box office success, and it received mixed reviews from critics, mostly mixed to negative. And basically, yeah, I mean, this movie is not as funny as I remember since I've seen it back in my childhood. And a little something embarrassed to say is that I had a crush on Anne Hathaway growing up. When I first saw her in this movie, I had a crush on her. Just like how people had a crush on Kimberly Hart, the Pink Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Basically, yeah, this movie was basically kind of like a downgraded version of 21 Jump Street, but this was released back before 21 Jump Street. But basically, yeah, 21 Jump Street, the movie, which was based on the action 80s cop show, and it's one of my favorite comedies and favorite action shows ever made. And action movies ever made. 21 Jump Street is one of my favorite comedies, cop, action films ever made. And it's just overall brilliantly amazing. And yeah, basically, this movie has some very dumb action. But anyway, yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So here we are in the opening scene where we get to see Maxwell, played by Steve Carell, as we get to see the homage, the obvious nod theme to the original show from the 60s. It's a good homage, and the theme song is a little nice, and basically, yeah. And Steve Carell, brilliantly funny. I love Steve Carell. I love his performances in films like the Anchorman series, also his other comedies, including his roles in shows like The Office, which is my favorite TV show of all time. But that's a story for another video. So, yeah. Out of all the guys, they went with Steve Carell, who's like one of the most funniest comedies ever. Like, the most funniest comedians ever in film history, acting history. But hey, I mean, Steve Carell's pretty funny, so maybe he might deliver some funny jokes here and there. Who knows? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not laughing. I'm kind of bored, and I'm almost feeling a little tired. How long is this gonna take? It was a little longer than expected. Granted, I never really seen the show. I never really seen any well, I have seen a few episodes of the show. I'm not really that much of a huge fan of the show. I'm not really a diehard fan of the show. And I never really seen the show outside of seeing a few episodes here and there. But, yeah. His character is supposed to be pretty smart, but over the times he's a little bit slapstick and coming in, is a bit of a goof. Kind of yells sometimes, and then, yeah, he's a little bit smart here and there, but then again, also is kind of a bit of a goofball, and kind of doesn't see some of the surroundings behind him, and basically, yeah. But that's kind of the part of Maxwell's character and the character that Steve Carell is playing. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Steve Carell. I love his performances in shows like The Office, and I also love his other performances. He's a really good actor. But outside of his comedic roles, he also does some roles for drama as well. Let's not forget that. We also get to meet Agent 99. This version of Agent 99 played by Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway, out of all the actresses, they went with Anne Hathaway. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Anne Hathaway. I love her performances and all that. And like I said, as a kid, I had a crush on Anne Hathaway, and this was like the type of crush I would have as a kid when I was like about 8 or 9, I believe.
Oh, here.
Oh,
Sorry.
Great. That was my last mile. Now I have no idea how fast it was.
Well, you were really moving. Not easy to knock me down. I have a very low center of gravity. Pretty solid.
I'm just gonna call that one a 450.
Impressive. I once ran a 5:16.
Oh, really? That's slower.
Well, not everything's a competition.
Well, if it were, I'd win.
Ah. Are you flirting with me?
This is probably the most cringiest scene I ever saw. That, of course, along with the Paul Blart scene where he's in love with that lady at the mall. I don't know what that was, but wow, this is probably one of the most cringiest scenes I've seen. But yeah, she's basically sometimes like the know-it-all type person, and is the smart, but yeah, kind of like, yeah. But then again, she does remind me a bit more of Janko from 21 Jump Street. Okay. Sometimes Alright. I kind of don't get the jokes here too much often, and I kind of don't seem to laugh. I mean, I have a way of laughing a bit differently, a lot more than other people do, but then again, yeah, I laugh differently at comedy more than I laugh differently from there, and basically, yeah, I mean, there are like some good type of comedy, but there are some moments where I do actually laugh in this movie, but basically, yeah. I mean, this movie was basically my childhood, and I remember watching it, renting it from Blockbuster, and renting it from Hollywood Video as a kid. I remember that time that my dad rented it, that of course along with Hot Wheels Acceleracers and some episodes of Dragon Ball Z and Cowboy Bebop, Sailor Moon, and Batman the Animated Series and Superman the Animated Series, X-Men the Animated Series, and Spider-Man the Animated Series, etc., including some episodes of Power Rangers SPD and Power Rangers Jungle Fury in Power Rangers, Dino Thunder, also Shaman King, Digimon, and Ultimate Muscle. Anyways, Maxwell and 99 get assigned to this assignment in Russia, and they, well, take the plane, but not all ends well with some comedic style cock and stuff.
Do you work out?
Occasionally.
Yeah, I'm big on protein. Protein's great.
Trying to use the obvious spy cliche, just like 007. I'd rather see Casino Royale or Skyfall again.
Over the drop zone. Ah! Ballsack! Yeah. Yes, I am.
Why the hell is Anne Hathaway there just sitting down and just doing nothing but reading? After that funny cliche of Steve Carell trying to get out by using a crossbow in his mouth to shoot the handcuffs off, but end up like hurting himself a little bit accidentally, they get off the plane and they land in Russia. Why is this overall boring cliches and everything like that? I mean, it's funny and it's kind of guilty pleasure for me to watch, but still, why this? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I thought you writers are very smart and all that, but basically, yeah, but I don't know what to do. Well, at least it's not Dragon Ball Evolution, am I right? I hate Dragon Ball Evolution, and I just prefer to watch Dragon.
What did you think of the first Evil Dead?
So what's next? We're gonna cut to a scene where Steve Carell is basically using that thing, but accidentally shoot it to his mouth instead, and he gets knocked out. And what else is there after that? Alright, let's try to watch this. Oh, wait, no? We're only in this? Come on. I want to change the channel. Change. 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 Only more to go? Let's hurry up and finish this movie anyway. Because this movie sucks. And I'm not laughing, by the way. I mean, don't really like this particular type of style of comedy. And don't get me wrong, I do like Steve Carell. I mean, I think he's a pretty good actor. He knows about how to take things seriously at times, and he's very good at comedy, like how he was in The Office. And he's also very good at taking things serious at times. I mean, I've seen him in other serious drama films. Anne Hathaway too, she's pretty cool too, but here, however, she's just kind of bland and doesn't really have, her character in this movie doesn't really have any flaws. And I've seen this premise a million times.